Hello, you beautiful angels and handsome demons and everything on that gorgeous spectrum, and welcome back to another video, where today we'll be continuing our amazing, spectacular, incredible D&D story time. Last time we met our characters, and hijinks of the highest caliber ensued that ended up with one of our party members in prison. If you missed it, click the button in the top right, or it will be linked in the description. But today, in this one, we learn how he escapes jail and how the bard almost killed him in that process. Take a seat, roll the dice, and let's start an adventure. Okay, small recap. Last time we left off with Peter and Thea being hired by Bob the Dwarf to go and help break Feldrin out of prison. After Feldrin was arrested for arson in a racist court. Okay, all caught up. Don't remember any of it. Go ahead and go watch the last video. Again, linked in the eye in the corner or in the description. So Peter, Thea, and Bob the Dwarf all left to go and break Feldrin out. During this time, Feldrin was having a grand old time in jail. Can you hear the sarcasm? I can hear the sarcasm. So yeah, he was a bumpy ride to the jail cell, then cold floor, and all the usual terrible prison stuff. Then he found God. Legit. He went through all this stuff, and in that cold, unforgiving cell, he found the true faith. He found his true religion. I don't remember what he ended up believing at all. So if I find out, you'll know. So, just good for him. He found something to do with his life rather than burning down inns. It's always good for him. But anyways, so the three people show up to the prison, and the prison break begins. I don't remember how this whole fight went, besides for a few events that really, stick in your brain. So, yeah. We showed up and we somehow got Feldrin out of his cell. I think we blew it up or something. I think someone blew it up. Probably was the bard. You know how bards are. Then Feldrin joined the fight, and we all had a great old fight. So, okay. So, are y'all ready for Emmy being stupid? Because I'm always ready for that. Usually not in the moment, but later on, I'm ready for that story. So, me being the dumbass I am, asked my DM a very serious question. There was no humor in this question. It was very serious. I asked the DM if I could do a card trick to confuse the guard. And the DM thought about it. He was like, sure. The DM agreed to it. But if I failed this card trick, my armor class would drop. Now, mind you, my armor class at this point, I think he had like a 12, so I dropped down to an 11 armor class. So the stakes were high, okay? And I, still dumb, took the chance that I might just, have a bad armor class for the rest of the time we play till I do some stuff. So, we were all playing on Discord, so I typed in roll 1d20 plus my 5 in deception, okay? And I pressed enter. And we all waited. And we all looked. I had rolled a nat 20. I had rolled a natural 20 plus 5 deception. I had a roll of 25, and the table explodes into laughter and shouts because nobody thought it was actually gonna work. Nobody thought the stupid idea that I had come up with was actually gonna do anything. Nobody thought it was actually gonna work, but it did. So after the table calmed down, the DM described how Peter shot 20 aces out of his sleeves, and the guard was like, oh my god, and then coward, whatever. So, yeah. Poor guard, though, because later Feldrin blew off one of his legs, one of his arms. That guard, I feel so bad for him. He was like confused. He's like, this boy is a something. I don't even understand. And then like, my arm, my leg, I'm going down. And I feel bad for him. So now we're gonna move on to the other main part that I can actually remember from this whole thing, besides the Peter Akimoto card trick. I alluded to this in the last episode, where the bard almost killed Feldrin. So yeah, here we go. So near the end of the fight, the bard, Thea, decides that like her only option for some reason was to try and cast Thunderwave. You know, everyone's favorite spell, especially when your party is at low health. Everyone's favorite spell when the party's at low health and you want to cast something. Thunderwave. Yeah. But whatever. Everyone rolls their constitution save, and Feldrin did not succeed. And yeah, if you didn't know, Thunderwave makes you roll 2d8 damage die if you do not succeed your save. So he took 10 points of damage, and he passed out because we were all like level 2 or 3 at this time. I want to point out we're all very low leveled. So yeah, but our DM didn't do death saves. I never know why. Because I've played with the same DM for a while, and I don't think he's ever done a death save. But Feldrin's player was really mad about it. Feldrin's player's like, but I want to do a death save. And the DM's like, no. So, that was fun. But yeah, it was all fine. All the guards were dead at this point. We all limped away from the battle. Almost dead. Very almost dead. And we all just rested and healed for whatever reason. Who even needs healing, you know? We don't need it. But whatever. Well, the next day, I think it was the next day or somewhere in the night, Feldrin still didn't like us for some reason. Feldrin decides to sneak away from the camp, and he gets attacked by like one orc, and he defeats it, which, you know, good for him. And then the party runs into a group of orcs, and oh my god, was that a travesty. We run into this group of orcs, and let's see, what was it? We run into this group of orcs, and we enter combat with them. Like, it was immediate combat. And I don't even remember. We just kept fighting them. And then, you know, I just had to be the dumb player I was. You're getting 2 dumb Emmys in this episode. Woo. Good for you. And I said seduce. My little ranger human, who was 13 at this time, seduced an orc. He rolled like, it wasn't even that high. I think he rolled like a 16 or something, and he seduced them. And that was the start of Peter Akimoto's love life. And that was the end of it too, because it never continued. And I was always so confused because he seduced, but he like seduced an orc, and we were never really clear on the gender, because like it was a girl, then it got like changed to a guy or something. I have no idea. And I asked the DM, it's like, hey, can I have some info about my orc lover? And he's like, yeah, I never got that information. I want to point this out. I'm calling you out, DM. If you watch this video, you never gave me any information about my true lover. Okay? So upsetting. But yeah, and then they just kind of disappeared after a while. I do have art. I will try to find the art I did. I did this art of them in the this is the bush. They're in the forest or whatever. Because they did go into a bush. It's like everyone's in combat and they just went into a bush together. And I don't think anything like really bad happened in the bush. I think they just like messed around and like acted like it was a sleepover or something. Looked at bugs. Peter takes her into the. He's like, come with me, come on. You want to see my bug collection? This one is like cicada. This is a red cicada, very rare, very real. You want to see my balls? This is a football. This orc is like, ooh, ah, wow, ooh, and he's just continuously. He probably says it way more excited than I do, because he's like, he's 13, so he's just like so excited to show off his collections and stuff. He's like, beetle. It's so late for me. I need to go to bed at some point. Yeah. So that happened. And then after the battle, we were met up by a new person, Castiel, who was a new member to our party, and they had basically arrested Feldrin, because Feldrin's a wanted man. So they had basically took Feldrin, as hostage, quote unquote, and they just took him, handcuffed him, and yeah, and it's like, hey, you want to join? And they're like, sure, you got money, I'll join. So they joined, and that was our little merry band. That was, we had Castiel, who they were in Asmar, and I don't remember what class they were playing. And Peter, the ranger, and the bard, Thea, and the elven wizard. So, yeah, that was our little merry band going. So, yeah, but if you want to find out what happened next time, what happens after this, because there is more, okay? There's so much more that happened, because after this, we just went adventuring, because Bob was taking us to where he wanted to go. So we just adventured with him for a little bit. And then we got to the place where he was trying to take us. And a lot of stuff happened. And I think that just deserves to be its own episode because of everything that happened. So much happened. And that's just going to be its own episode. So I really got nothing else to say. Yeah, stay tuned for next time when they go to the place that Bob wanted to take them. And thank you for listening to my story. If you want to like, go ahead and like. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. I'm not going to force you to do anything. You want to leave a comment, you want to dislike my video, that's on you, okay? Emmy Wolf signing off for today. Love you. Peace. Hello, you beautiful angels and demons. Hello. It isn't French. We are French now. Hello, demons. Good start. Hello, you beautiful angels. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. Hey, why are you here? This is the end of the video. Go. Be gone. I still love you, though. Okay, bye.